Good afternoon, rollers, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Sunday. I'm your host, Samurai of Tears, Namidono Samurai, also known as Pete Chips. I might do things badly, but my other roll's always a 20, so everything works out in the end, somehow. If you are new to the channel, though, I say welcome, and thank you for joining in with today's stream, or content if you're watching this through YouTube. Please do stick around. Yeah, I know there's a nice little 10-minute loading screen at the beginning, but we're here to play some Final Fantasy V. I'm a variety streamer. I like to call myself that still, but I don't stream as much as I would like. Work has been really getting in the way, and I was just looking through my work timetable, which starts this week, and I think it's going to get even worse, but we will see, because I've been trying to get back into my normal routines. But every Sunday, I play Final Fantasy, so that happens on a weekly basis. We've been working through the numbered games first. Most of the stuff's up on YouTube now at the moment. But we're on Final Fantasy V at the moment. I am going backwards, though, so it's not like this is a new show. I've done all of the big games first, so I started at 15. Once we get to 1, I'll go back and do 16, because that came out after I started this series. And then we'll do the spin-offs, because, you know, you've got Final Fantasy Tactics release comes out soon, and I really want to play that too. And I've got all of the Final Fantasy VII remasters, or re-releases, sorry, to play, and remakes. There's so much to do. I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy, but I play a lot of games. I used to be, games of my life. I learned to program games at university, found my first game that I ever fully made on my own, which I'm very proud of, and it still works. If you're interested, let me know. It's on my Discord channel. But yeah, I like to play horror games on a Friday, and we started playing Super Robot Wars last Thursday, so if I can manage to keep that up, that would be amazing, because, as I say, I've been looking forward to playing this game for a while, and yeah, it'd be nice just to have a reason to actually keep working through it. So, yeah, it's hopefully something that I'll start to be able to manage a little bit better, because my summer holidays are over, so I'll be returning to a normal work routine very soon. But yeah, we also run a tabletop role-playing game, usually once a month, but August is always a bit of a hiatus with people on holiday. Our next session is, just to plug this one, at the time of recording, is on the 20th of September. So if you're around and want to listen in to a podcast of some absolutely brilliant individuals in a bonkers world that I've created, and a game that I've been running now for nearly 4 years, which is the shortest game I'm running at the moment, just to keep that in mind, long-term Dungeon Master, which is where the DM comes from in my username, MORI20 DM. So if you're a fan of role-playing games or want to get into them, like tabletop stuff, you're an experienced games, which I think are underrated, forgotten. I'm surprised Super Robot Wars doesn't have a bigger following. I mean, on literally a day after the launch, technically day of launch, there was only 160 people watching, and I was like, well, I'm hoping that just means there's more people playing, but honestly, I would have expected more, and I can't believe only 160 people in the world were watching that. I'm like, Super Robot Wars deserves so much more love. It's an amazing series. It's got me kind of wanting to go back and play some of the older games as well, especially the OG parts. Also, big plug as well, if you don't already play it, I should probably put a link somewhere, that the Mobile Suit Gundam G Generation on mobile is live. It's been for a little while now, and you can friend me and we can get bonuses and stuff. I can send you my invite code and we could both get stuff from it. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It basically is Super Robot Wars, but with only Gundam. Very customizable, but absolutely beautifully presented. So yeah, it's my kind of go-to mobile game at the moment if I'm away from my computer for too long. But the goal for today is not Super Robot Wars, it is Final Fantasy V. We completed the first world last time I was playing and entered into Galoof's world, which is, so spoilers, if you want to know how we got there, you'll have to go back and watch some of the VODs. But I am attempting to do 100% Bestiary run at the moment, which means defeating every single monster in the game, including optional bosses, hidden enemies, and some of these are incredibly difficult. And it took us a while to get through them in Final Fantasy VI, but we did, 100% completion. So it's the only guide I'm using is a Missables guide, I'm not going to get all of the chests. I'm not going to get all the items. I'd probably need a really detailed guide or a lot more willpower to go searching for all the hidden items in this game. So if you're looking for that, unfortunately, I'll get what I can, but I'm not going to get everything, and I'm not going to be stealing everything. I showed in last week's stream, yeah, I think it was last week, part 3, part 4, I don't know what part we're on at the moment. But in the previous video from this, I tried to steal an item that has a 4% steal rate on it. I had all 4 of my characters as thieves constantly trying to steal, and not a single one of them could get the item. And this is from just a normal common enemy that had the chance of wiping out my entire party, and I tried that for a long time. And 4% is absolute rubbish, because RNG means absolutely nothing. There was hundreds of steal attempts there, and I still never got the item I was after. It's a kind of a little flashback to when we played through Final Fantasy IX, was that I did mod the steal command, so it was always 100%. Because I honestly think it is one of the worst mechanics that's ever appeared in a game, especially Final Fantasy, is a steal an item from an enemy when you have such a small percent chance to get it. Like 1%, 0.4% chance to get an item? Really? Whoever thought of that is sadistic. I mean, I'd partly prefer, I think, if it was each enemy had a mini loot table, which had a certain percentage chance of certain items being stealable. And steal always stole something, but you could only ever steal one item. So therefore, you go into combat, you try to steal, you might get the item you want, you might not. And that level of RNG, at least, it means you're always going to get something, but you're not going to spend an hour trying to get one specific item that just never ever drops. So, I don't know. That's just my kind of input as a game designer. And someone who literally spends his entire life playing games. I mean, I woke up this morning a bit late after spending yesterday about 5 hours playing Gladius last night. We nearly finished. We nearly beat the opponents until one of our teammates lost his internet connection. Must have been like 5 turns from the end. It was so frustrating, but hopefully we'll finish it next week. And then this morning, what do? It's like, I should go. It's my last day of the summer holidays. I should go out, enjoy the sun a little bit. I mean, it's really nice at the moment. It's going to rain later. I should go out, maybe get some breakfast, go somewhere nice, because it's the last day. And what did I do? I sat my backside and played Rift Breaker for 2.5 hours. But on the plus side, I then made myself lunch, which was really nice. Cream cheese and bagels, prawn cocktail crisps. Nice kind of limeade, which I got delivered. Worked out cheaper than buying bottles, which is really weird. And a coconut snowball from Rington's. So, yeah, I'm living the high life here. Woo me. And then tomorrow I have to go and I got a full day of meetings to go back to work. So I have to remember to try and look for my ID badge later. I put it down somewhere. That was my mistake. Yeah. There's a place I'm supposed to put it. I don't think I put it there. It wasn't there when I checked yesterday. So it could be anywhere. And I'm a bit worried about that. But that's all I need for tomorrow, at least, is my ID badge. And the rest I'll work out as we go. But I'm going to jump into Final Fantasy V now. Lots of nostalgia here, because again, I played the original Final Fantasy V back in the day when it was out on the Super Nintendo, and then played it again when it was on the PlayStation. I've just packed up all my Final Fantasy collection for PlayStation 1. And I got the digital versions. I've got it on my phone still. As the downloadable app version. I've played this a lot, but then it's like a lot of this is prominent in Final Fantasy XIV as well. So we just did the Battle on the Big Bridge. We've been fighting Gilgamesh, which, if you've not come across him in Final Fantasy XIV, spoilers. There's a massive section with Gilgamesh, which I think kicks off in Heaven's Ward and continues through Stormblood. So that's the first and second expansions, which, in my opinion, are 2 of the best expansions I've seen in a game ever. I'm saying this massively because I'm not a big fan of Dawn Trail, which is the current expansion at the time of recording. not enjoying that. I really just can't get through it. Actually, before I start Final Fantasy V, I've got a rant. I've got to. This is what I stream for some of the times. To talk to people, to find out what people think, and to share my wonderful, completely biased opinions. But there was a message from one of the directors from Final Fantasy XIV who's like, talking about the future and the expansion. And they said, we're really glad that we finished off the storyline in Dawn Trail so we can start moving forwards with the new story and put the player back in the center, putting the whole the fate of the world on your shoulders again. I was like, yes, brilliant. Because for me, I've pointed this out to quite a few people, from the end of Endwalker, which is the 4th expansion. I love that game so much. It took the onus away from you. Everything came about other people, and you were just there witnessing it. You're tagging along, you're helping them out with little errands. But it's never been about you since 6.2, 6.3's version. We're now on version 7.3. And it's like, for me, that's taken me away from it. It's like, cool, I'm following around a really weak and pathetic character and getting to watch them grow, which, it's a really nice story. It's nice to see the growth, and I'm appreciating it as a story, but the motivation for me playing it as my character is gone. And that's what's really making it hard to push forwards. It's not like, oh my god, if I don't do this now, I want to find out what the fate of the world is going to be, and how am I going to stop it? So they've said that that's what they're wanting to do in the new series. It's like putting the fate of the world back on your shoulders. I'm like, yes! And then watch this stupid reviewer. I think Game Rant has some awful writers, and there's some other websites that have some terrible journalists on there. It was like saying, but that's not what the problem was with Dawn Trail. Yeah, that was the biggest problem with Dawn Trail. That is the biggest complaint. And it's like, some of these people just come up with like the weirdest problems that they perceive, and it's like, dude, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since it was in closed beta, original Final Fantasy XIV closed beta, when it was a very, very different game, completely different from what we've seen today. And it's like, god, this game has been out now for how many years? 12 years, something, on this version. And it's like, yeah, the whole idea of the story is that you're going from a nobody adventurer to someone who's literally the savior of multiple worlds. And they've acknowledged that they took that away and are bringing it back. So anyone who doesn't see that, you're idiots. But good for you if you've enjoyed it. I'm really glad that people have found things that they like in this. But I'll be glad to see the story take a bit more of a dramatic turn. But I think they're all like, oh yeah, but by the end of this, they've done this, and this has happened now, and you're fighting this goddess that could destroy the universe. I'm not up to that point yet, so I don't know what they're talking about. But I'm like, yeah, it's because the writers tagged it on because they realised in the when they got to the post-game content, because that's where this stuff's happened, that they need to do something a bit more dramatic where you feel more powerful, where you are having as some kind of world life-saving impact on the story, rather than just watching it unfold. Why do you think that made it a good expansion? It's like, no, that makes the creators realise their mistake and have started to do something about it. So bravo again to Square Enix. Yoshpi, you are my idol, my hero. I wish I could work with you, and if you are looking for anybody to do any work for Square Enix, I used to do beta testing for you, so I would quite happily do more. I'm a game writer. I write stories. I'm a dungeon master. Hello, and I want to get published as well. I am writing a tabletop role-playing game at the moment. From scratch almost, which is difficult. It's taken years. It's taken many years. But in that one, let's say I'm on 13, 14 years I've been running that game and still tweaking it. And came up with the idea of an expansion pack as well for it, like a spin-off book already. So, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there! It's never going to happen. A 42-year-old Egypt. So I teach other people to program in the hopes that they'll make my dreams come their reality. Anyway, let's just see if this is going to pick up the sound. It usually does, but OBS is weird. And my sound's gone really wonky this week anyway. And for some reason, the window doesn't fit to my monitor. There we go! Oh, that lovely familiar music of Final Fantasy V. Right, so, just as a quick recap on here, bestiary-wise, we're doing pretty well, although I've missed a few enemies here. I do have a bestiary guide as well, just to make sure, because that's it. This is my whole purpose, is to get this. But, yeah, I mean, these are just enemies I haven't... Well, one of the enemies we did come across last time, number 86, which was a shield dragon. And number 87's in there as well. They got 20,000 health. And, yeah, we're going to have to come across them much later on. So, yeah. At the moment, I don't think I've missed anything massive that's not possible to go back on. And here we go. So I'm currently in a team with a summoner, a chemist, who I think I've set up as a monk. I've set them up as monks. A samurai and a dragoon. So 2 melee DPS and 2 monks with special abilities, basically. I don't remember where I am, though. I think... Oh, this is the Castle of Baal. Oh, yeah, I made the unfortunate mistake of we can't go back. So there was stuff in there that I wanted to do, and can't. It won't let me. So, great. So attack, attack. Just attack, because jumping takes you away from combat. Hey, stop it! Stop it! I just want to get my commands in, please. There we go, right. Mysterious Waltz. I think it's because I've got the Dancing Blade on. Oh no, 2 paralysis. And taking quite a bit of damage here. Oi! Yeah, and as I was pointing out at the time, so the difficulty has ramped up like crazy in this. Jitterbug. No, oh, there she falls over. Already, first fight. Oh, have I got anyone with white magic on? He hasn't got enough MP. Alright, so we go into the stupid way of doing this, which is turn you into a white mage. So I can cast magic, go white magic, raise, Lena. White magic, cure, heal everyone, then go back to samurai. I think I put learn on here. I don't think I like dancing dagger. It's like, yeah, it's powerful, but it just does random stuff instead of just hitting. But those enemies hurt, and we can't heal in the castle because it won't let us back in. Which I think is a stupid story mechanic. Ooh, those things must have pretty good evasion. Because I'm missing too much. Let's just finish exploding. Oh, there's a little village there. That'll be a good place where I can heal up at the end, maybe. Walk around a little bit. I want to get into a few fights, see if we can gain a level or 2. But the fact is that I can't one-shot enemies is frustrating. Like, I'm not strong enough. And it's like, yeah, I know there's some people that like put 1000% energy into every single fight, like pick the best moves, pick the best options, and I'm like, no, I just want to go on auto attack, please. So people complain about Final Fantasy 13 about how it fills in all of your attacks automatically. I'm like, yeah, but most fights you're just going to hit attack anyway. That's the Final Fantasy way. So I wouldn't complain about the fact it's just trying to show off some different abilities. Or pick something that from your character class that is appropriate. Oh, there we go. That's the reason to keep the dancing blade on. Is that move is beautiful. Right, notice I'm about level 26 to 27. Most of the enemies here are level 28 to 29, I think. So it's like I definitely feel I need to level up a bit. But I don't think this is the best place to do it, because some of those fights just don't give much XP. Run away, scum. Tempting tango. So I think the dancing dagger just contains dance moves. Like, it's a dagger, but it will randomly do moves from the dancer. It's kind of cool, but... Alright, the gate to Drakenvale is to the north of town. Finding it won't be a problem. The question is, will it be open? Hey, sheeps. Bah, bah, bah. Well, the inn's locked? What? Everything's locked. I came here to heal up, man. Is there a reason everything... Kelga's house. No, I could get the house. Ah, intruder. What?
Incoming ad break.
Literally. The first house that was open. What? Well, if it's a fight you want, then... Bots, calm down. They're our allies. Or if our allies are pointing blades at us, I certainly don't want to meet our enemies. I have to sort of like a pirate like her. Oh, Galoof. Kelga. It's been quite a while, has it not? Sure has, my old friend. Kelga is one of the 4 Dawn Warriors. He fought Exdeath with you 30 years ago? Here are the pups. Folks from around the world where we sealed Exdeath. They're in league with Exdeath? Huh? Wait, we're not... These cads are the ones who destroyed the crystals and brought Exdeath back, and you've led them here? You've got it all wrong. Listen. Stand down, Galoof. But, or whoever you are, prepare yourself. I will test your blade. Kelga. Crony of Exdeath or no, show me what kind of warrior you really are. Okay. Stay back. I've got to settle this on my own. Let's see how you handle my lupine attack. I'm a dragoon. I'll just jump in the air, man. Woo! Close your eyes. Focus. And counterattack. There you are. But there was no need to hurt him. Oops. All I did was shoulder barge him through the door. Oops. Sorry about that, Kelga. Hell's bells, Kelga, always overdoing it. Why don't you act your age for once? Still, to foil my lupine attack so easily, you're more skilled than I predicted. Nah, it's just a trick I learned from my dad. From your father? What was his name? Dorgan. What? What are you two making those faces for? No way. You can't be. Dorgan's son. Yeah, so what's the big deal? The fact they recognize the name, dude. that what small worlds we live in, Bart, your father